Welcome all on behalf of Saraswat International Academy. Myself Satish Makwana, subject English, Standard 8th English Medium, Chapter 2, The Tsunami, Part 1. So students, today we are going to start with a new chapter, a new lesson, and the name of the lesson is The Tsunami. Now in this chapter, we are going to know some important and inspiring incidents, and these occurred when tsunami hit some parts of India, and these stories are from Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, so exactly what we are going to know is the tsunami and which date and which parts of India it affected, and we are going to see stories of people who have survived and had courage to face this tsunami. And also we are going to see that do the animals have the sense to sense the upcoming tsunami that was coming. So did animals sense it first about the tsunami? So these things we are going to see in this chapter. So let's start the tsunami. Now what we have here is the map of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, and the name of certain islands which are there is been shown in the picture. We have Andaman Island and we have Nicobar Islands. Okay, and the small islands which are nearby to it is been shown in the map as well as the distance. Okay, so this will refer at the end of the chapter. Okay, now let's start. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. On 26th December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest that they did. So what exactly a tsunami is the waves that has been which has been caused by earthquakes under the sea. So on 26th of December 2004, a tsunami, a huge and powerful wave was hit in some parts of India as well as Thailand. Now where exactly Thailand is located? It's in the southeastern Asia. Okay, and also the parts of India such as Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Now Tamil Nadu coast is the coastline of the Tamil Nadu in southeast. Okay, as well as we are going to see the some stories of courage and survival, as I told you before. And also there's a question mark, like did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? So there are some stories which indicates that yes, animals did sense that a tsunami was coming. So we'll see in which stories have indicated this. And we have a picture of a tsunami that was hit, and the picture of that particular destruction has been shown. Now these stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Now what do you mean by archipelago? It's a group of islands, many islands, and surrounded by the sea. That's the group of islands is called archipelago. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachal, His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Igneous carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. So the stories are from the Andaman and Nicobar Island, and there's a small island. The name of the island is Kachal, and Ignatius is the name of a person, a name of a man, Igneous, and he was the manager of a cooperative society. So his wife woke him up early in the morning at 6 because she felt the earthquake. So what Ignatius did, he took this television set from the table and he kept it down on the ground so that it does not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising. In the chaos and confusion, two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. He never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. So when the tremors stopped, tremors means the shaking, the vibration stopped, they saw the sea rising, and in the chaos and confusion, chaos means in the disorder and big confusion, two of his children caught their mother's father's hand and mother's brother's hand. Okay, and they rushed in the opposite direction. Obviously in that point of time you don't have the ability to think, okay, because the waves were rising high due to the tsunami, due to the earthquakes in the sea as well. So they caught their mother's father's hand and mother's brother's hand and they rushed in the opposite direction. Whose children? Igneous' children. Then he never saw them again. So might be they were swept away in the tsunami. His wife was also swept away. Also along with the children, his wife, Igneous' wife was also swept away, was also driven away in the sea. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. So the children who were with Igneous, those were saved. So moving ahead, Sanjeev was a policeman serving in the Kachal island of the Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they were both swept away. So unluckily, when Sanjeev, now who was Sanjeev? He was the policeman and he was serving the Kachal island of the group, of the Nicobar group of islands. Okay, so somehow he managed to save his family, including his wife and his baby daughter. But then suddenly he heard some cries of help from the wife of John. Now who are they? The guest house cook. So for helping her out, Sanjeev jumped into the water. But unluckily, they both were swept away in the sea, in the tsunami. Moving ahead, 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding on to a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopters overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. So imagine how the waves are strong, how the flow of water is very strong. So it's very difficult to survive. Still, people survived, and they had courage to face such huge, tsunami which hit them. So now there was a girl of age 13 years old, Meghna. She was also swept away along with her parents and other 77 people. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding onto a wooden door. So luckily she survived, and for 2 days she was floating on on the sea with the help of the wooden door. And 11 times she saw the relief helicopter overhead, but the relief helicopter did not see her. Now, what are relief helicopters? Now, there are people who save no who save the people during the flood times, and they uh, reach out with they reach out to the people with food, clothes and medicines. So these relief helicopters were moving around, okay, but they were not able to see Meghna. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. So then suddenly the waves had brought Meghna to the seashore, and she was walking in a daze. In a daze means emotionally and physically she was broke. She was not able to think. She was in that situation, that condition. So moving ahead, Almaz Javed was 10 years old. She was a student of Carmel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. Her mother Rahila's home was in Noncovry Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. So, what we are reading about is the different incidents which happened with different people. So, one of them was Almaz Javed. She was 10 years old and she was a student of Carmel Convent School in Port Blair, a place in Andaman Islands, and where her father had a petrol pump. And her mother Rahila's home was in Nancovry Island, that is in on the Nicobar Islands. Okay, so the family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. So, when the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Alma's father saw the seawater recede. Recede means moving back from its original place. He understood that the water would come rushing back with a great force. He woke everyone up and tried to rush them to a safer place. So, when Alma's father saw that the seawater was moving back, he he thought that he understood that the seawater would come again with a great force, and there were tremors which happened in the early morning, right? There was the earthquake, there was the vibration and shake of the earth in the early morning. So what did he do? He woke up all the family members and tried to rush them to a safer. Rush them means to try to make them go to a safer place. So as they ran, her grandfather was hit on the head by something and he fell down. Her father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. So while running, her grandfather was hit by something and he fell down. So her father immediately rushed to help him out. But at that particular point of time, the first giant wave came and that swept both of them away. They were been driven in the wave. Alma's mother and aunts stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree. clinging means hanging to the leaves of the coconut tree, calling out to her. A wave uprooted the tree, and they too were washed away. So, with another wave, the tree was uprooted. Uprooted means it was been pulled out from the earth, and they were also washed away. Her mother was also washed away, plus the aunts. Alma saw a log of wood floating. She climbed onto it, then she fainted. She fainted means she was unconscious, and she saw the log of wood coming, and she climbed on it, and she was unconscious, and she fainted. When she woke up, she was in hospital in Camorta. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still traumatized. Traumatized means she is still in the great shock. So, when she fainted on the log of wood, the next time when she opened her eyes, she was found in the hospital in Camorta in Port Blair, and from there she was brought to Port Blair. And the girl, if someone asks the girl about the incident, she does not talk about it anymore because she is still in the shock. She is still traumatized. So we saw how these people, their story, okay, how they lost their lives, and some of them have lost their family members in the tsunami. We saw Igneous story, we saw Sanjeev's story, okay, we heard about Meghna's story, then we also saw Almaz Javed's story, okay. Now let's check the comprehension. Say whether the following are true or false. The first one: Igneous lost his wife, 2 children, his father-in-law and his brother-in-law in the tsunami. It's true, right? Because when they felt the earthquake, the vibration, the tremors of the earthquake, they ran outside the house, okay, and the 2 children were catching hands of her mother's father and mother's brother, okay, and they ran in the opposite direction. Second one: Sanjeev made it to safety after tsunami. False, because he died in saving the wife of John, right? And when she was shouting for help, he saw her into the water and he jumped to save her, but they were both swept away. Meghna was saved by a relief helicopter. False, because the helicopter was unable to see Meghna. Fourth, Alma's father realized that a tsunami was going to hit the island. Yes, true, because he saw after the earthquake, the tremors, he saw the water had been moved a lot back, and it was the sea water would come in a great force again. And the last one: her mother and aunts were washed away with the tree that they were holding on to. Right, yes, it's true, because they were clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree, but due to another wave, the tree was uprooted and they were washed away. Okay, so students, what you all need to do is you need to write down the answers, true or false, the comprehension check in your notebook. Okay, and regarding the word meanings, don't worry, you can start writing these comprehension check first, and later on you can write down the meanings, which I'll give you at the end of the session when once the lesson is completed. Okay, so remaining part of the lesson, part 2, will continue in the next session. Thank you so much.